Tonight AB don't want to talk to the world, I just want to talk to you. The one I still carry inside my heart, my love. Maybe life was too cruel to let us stay together in this world. Maybe time separated us. Maybe distance became stronger than our promises, but there is one place where nothing can keep us apart. Dreams, and every night, when the world becomes silent. When the pain hides behind the moonlight, AB close my eyes hoping to see you again, because in my dreams, you still smile at me like you never left. You still hold my hand like we still belong to each other, and for a few beautiful moments, my broken soul feels alive again. So if you ever miss me, if your heart still whispers my name in the dark, then sleep peacefully tonight, my love, because maybe, somewhere between the stars and our memories, we will meet in dreams, my love. There are nights when the whole world feels empty without you. Nights so quiet that even my own heartbeat sounds lonely. And in those silent moments, when everyone else is asleep and the cities begin to fade, I find myself thinking about you again. Not for a few seconds. Not like a passing memory, but deeply, completely, like you still live inside every part of me. Some people say time heals everything. They say distance teaches people to move on. They say eventually the memories become lighter, softer, easier to carry. But I don't think they ever loved the way I loved you, because when love is real, it doesn't disappear with time. It changes shape maybe, it becomes quieter, sadder, more invisible to the world. But it never truly leaves. You know what hurts the most? It's not even the goodbye. It's waking up in a world where I can no longer reach you. I miss the small things. The little moments nobody else would understand. The way your voice could calm every storm inside me. The way your eyes looked at me when words were unnecessary. The way your laughter made ordinary days feel magical. I miss the comfort of simply knowing you existed somewhere in this world with me. Times I wonder if you miss me too. Maybe there are nights when you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything we once were. Maybe there are songs you cannot listen to anymore, because they still carry my name between the lyrics. Maybe there are moments when your heart suddenly becomes heavy for no reason, and maybe that reason is me. I hope somewhere inside you, a part of me, still survives. Because no matter how far life takes us, no matter how many people surround us, no matter how much we pretend to be okay, souls remember, hearts remember, real love remembers. And that is why I wait for the night. The daytime is cruel. Daylight forces people to act strong. It teaches us how to smile while breaking inside. During the day, I carry responsibilities, conversations, noise, expectations. I walk through crowded streets pretending my heart is not searching for someone who is no longer beside me. But the night tells the truth. At night, memories become louder. Feelings become honest. And when the world finally becomes silent, I close my eyes and hope the universe will be kind enough to let me see you again. Even if only in dreams, because dreams are the only place where nothing can separate us anymore. In dreams, there are no distances, no unanswered messages, no pride, no pain, no final goodbye. In dreams you still stand in front of me exactly the way I remember you. Beautiful, warm, familiar. Like home. Sometimes in those dreams, we are sitting together quietly, saying nothing at all, just enjoying each other's presence like we used to. Sometimes we are laughing about things that no longer matter. Sometimes you hold my hand again, and for one small moment, my soul forgets how broken it has become, and then morning comes, and losing you all over again becomes part of my routine. People think heartbreak happens once. They are wrong. Heartbreak repeats itself every morning you wake up without the person you love. Still, I continue sleeping with hope in my heart. Because maybe tonight I will see you again. Maybe tonight your smile will find me in the dark. Maybe tonight your voice will reach the lonely parts of me that nobody else can heal. Maybe tonight we will exist together somewhere beyond reality, beyond pain, beyond the limits of this world. You know, love changes a person forever. Before you, I thought love was about happiness. I thought it was about beautiful moments, romantic words, perfect endings, but loving you taught me something deeper. Real love is not measured by how long someone stays. Sometimes real love is measured by how deeply someone remains. Even after they are gone, and you remained, in every song, every quiet night, every prayer, every memory, every part of my heart, that still refuses to stop loving you. There are people who enter our lives temporarily. And then there are people like you. People who become part of our soul. Even if the world separates us physically, emotionally, spiritually, something inside still belongs to them forever. You became that for me. Sometimes I ask myself if you know how much you changed my life. If you know how deeply your existence touched me. You were not just another chapter. You were the line that changed the entire story. You made me believe in softness again, in kindness, in connection, in the feeling of being understood without speaking. And maybe that's why losing you felt like losing a piece of myself too. But even after all the pain, I would still choose you. That's the strange thing about love. Real love doesn't turn into hate, even when it hurts, even when it breaks you. A heart that truly loved does not suddenly forget how to care. I still care about you in silence. I still wonder if you're sleeping well, if life has been gentle with you, if your heart is safe, if someone reminds you to smile when sadness visits your soul. And sometimes I pray that even if we never meet again in this life, you still find peace. Because loving someone also means wanting happiness for them, even when you are no longer the reason behind it. But deep inside me, there is still this quiet hope, not a loud hope, not the kind that demands anything from life, just a soft little hope hidden inside my chest, hoping that somewhere beyond all this pain, beyond all this distance, our souls still find each other, maybe not here, maybe not now. But somewhere, I believe some connections are eternal. You can separate two people physically, but you cannot separate what was written deeply into the soul. And maybe that is why even after all this time, I still feel you around me in strange moments. In sudden silence. In midnight thoughts, in dreams that feel more real than reality itself. There are nights when I wake up after dreaming about you, and for a few seconds everything feels normal again. My heart feels lighter, my world feels softer. I almost believe you are still beside me. Then reality returns, slowly, and the emptiness comes back. But strangely, I have learned to live with that emptiness, not because it stopped hurting, but because your memory became part of who I am. People often think healing means forgetting. I disagree. Healing is learning how to carry love without letting it destroy you completely. Healing is smiling while still missing someone deeply. Healing is accepting that some people remain inside us forever, and you will always remain inside me now. I wonder if you ever feel my absence the way I feel yours, if there are nights when your heart suddenly becomes heavy and you don't know why. Maybe souls communicate in silence. Maybe somewhere your heart still whispers my name when the world becomes quiet enough to hear it. I hope it does, because mine never stopped whispering yours. Sometimes I imagine us meeting again someday. Not with anger, not with pain. Just two souls who once loved each other deeply. Standing face to face again with honesty in their eyes. I imagine looking at you one more time and seeing all the years, all the memories, all the love we never truly lost. Maybe we would smile softly, maybe we would say nothing at all, because some emotions are too deep for words. And maybe that's what dreams are for. Maybe dreams exist so hearts like ours can continue unfinished conversations. So souls separated by reality can still touch each other in another world. When I dream about you, everything feels peaceful, the chaos inside me disappears, the loneliness fades, the pain becomes distant, and for a little while, love becomes simple again, just you and me, no complications, no endings, no fear of losing each other, only love. And honestly, sometimes those dreams feel more real than the life I live when I'm awake, because the world without you never felt completely real to me. I move through life, I talk to people, I smile sometimes, I continue existing, but a part of me still feels frozen in the moment we lost each other. Maybe that's what happens when someone touches your soul too deeply. A part of you continues waiting for them long after they are gone. Still, I don't regret loving you, not even a little, because despite all the sadness, loving you was one of the most beautiful things my heart has ever experienced. You gave meaning to emotions I never understood before. You showed me what it feels like to truly care for another human being beyond selfishness, beyond ego, beyond temporary feelings. You taught me that love is gentle, not loud, not controlling, not perfect, just gentle, like the way your memory still visits me quietly at night, like the way my soul still reaches for you in dreams. And maybe somewhere tonight, while the stars watch silently above us, while the world sleeps peacefully around us, your soul will search for mine too. Maybe in another dream we will meet again beside an ocean, or under a sky full of stars, or in the middle of nowhere where only our hearts exist. Maybe you will smile at me again, maybe you will hold my hand again. Maybe for a few beautiful moments. Love will feel alive again. Every night, my heart searches for you in dreams, not because I want to escape reality, not because reality without you feels incomplete. There is something strange about the night, my love. During the day, people can pretend, they can hide their sadness behind busy schedules, loud conversations, fake smiles, and endless distractions. The sunlight teaches people how to survive without showing their pain, but the night removes every mask, and when darkness fills the room, when silence slowly covers the world, the truth inside the heart finally begins to speak. That is when I miss you the most, not in crowds, not in noise, not in moments when life keeps my mind occupied. I miss you when everything becomes quiet enough for my soul to remember you completely. Sometimes I sit alone in the middle of the night, staring at nothing, thinking about everything we once were. And in those moments, your memory doesn't feel like a memory at all, it feels alive, it feels close, like if I close my eyes for long enough, I might hear your voice again. I wonder if you know what your absence did to me. You left so gently, but the emptiness stayed so loudly. People think heartbreak is crying for a few days, and then moving on. They don't understand the deeper pain, the kind of pain where someone continues living inside your thoughts, long after they are gone. The kind of pain where certain songs suddenly become unbearable. Where certain places feel haunted by memories, where even happiness feels incomplete, because the one person you wanted to share it with is no longer beside you, and still, even after all this time, my heart continues searching for you. Especially in dreams, because dreams are the only place where love still feels untouched by reality. In dreams, you never truly left me. You still look at me with the same softness in your eyes. You still speak my name in that calm voice that once made all my fears disappear. You still walk beside me like distance never happened, like pain never happened. Like we were never separated by life. Sometimes in my dreams, we are sitting together under the night sky, saying nothing, just listening to the silence between us. And somehow, that silence says more than words ever could. Sometimes, we are laughing again like we used to. Before sadness found us. Sometimes you place your hand in mine, and suddenly every broken piece inside me becomes quiet. And for a few beautiful moments I feel alive again, but the hardest part is waking up, because every morning feels like losing you all over again. There are mornings when I wake up with tears already in my eyes, because for a second, I believed the dream was real. For one fragile moment, I believed you were still mine. Then reality slowly enters the room, and I remember that the only place I can still reach you is inside my sleep. Still, I continue waiting for the night. Maybe that sounds foolish to the world. Maybe people would tell me to move on, to forget, to stop holding on to someone I can no longer touch. But love is not something you can command the heart to stop feeling. Real love does not disappear just because life becomes difficult. And what I felt for you was real. So real that even my subconscious refuses to let you go. You know, sometimes I think dreams are more than dreams. Maybe they are small windows between souls. Maybe they are quiet places where two hearts can meet when reality keeps them apart. Maybe that's why your presence feels so real there. Too real to be imagination, because my soul recognizes yours, even in silence, even in darkness, even in another world created by sleep. There are nights when I dream about simple things. We walk together through empty streets while the city sleeps around us. We sit in a car listening to music softly playing in the background. We drink coffee while watching the rain fall outside a window. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing dramatic, just peace. And maybe that's what I miss the most. Not the grand moments, not the perfect memories, just the feeling of peace your presence brought into my life. You made my chaotic heart feel calm. Before you, loneliness felt normal to me. I had learned how to survive on my own. I had learned how to carry sadness quietly. But then you arrived, and suddenly, life felt warmer, softer, safer. You became the place soul rested. And losing you felt like losing home. That's why my heart searches for you every night. Because some part of me still believes home can be found again. Sometimes I wonder if you dream about me too. Maybe somewhere tonight. While I'm searching for you in my sleep, your soul is searching for me too. Maybe there are moments when you suddenly wake up feeling emotional without understanding why. Maybe your heart remembers me in silence, the same way mine remembers you. I hope it does, not because I want to hold you back, but because it would hurt less knowing I was not the only one who loved this deeply. You changed me, my love. After loving you, I started seeing the world differently. I became softer with people, more patient with pain, more understanding of loneliness, because when your own heart breaks deeply, you begin to recognize hidden sadness inside others too. Love taught me that everyone is fighting silent battles, and maybe that's why I still speak to you in my mind sometimes. Even though you're gone, even though life moved forward, a part of me still tells you about my days, my thoughts, my fears, my hopes, because loving you became part of my existence. I don't think people truly understand how powerful emotional connection can be. When two souls genuinely connect, they leave fingerprints on each other forever. Time can pass, distance can grow, life can change completely. But some connections remain alive beneath everything. You are still alive inside me, in the way I look at the moon sometimes, in the songs I replay late at night, in the silence I carry inside crowded rooms, in the dreams that continue bringing you back to me, and honestly, sometimes, I'm grateful for those dreams. Because without them, I think the loneliness would consume me completely. Dreams are the only place where I can still tell you everything I never got to say, the only place where I can still hold you close without fear of losing you again. The only place where my heart does not feel abandoned. There are nights when I don't even want to sleep deeply because I'm afraid of not dreaming about you. And there are nights when I sleep, hoping the universe will be merciful enough to let me see your face again, for just a few seconds. That's how deeply I miss you, not loudly, not dramatically. Quickly, constantly, endlessly. Sometimes people ask why certain souls cannot let go. But they don't understand that love is not always about possession. Sometimes love becomes a permanent part of your inner world. It becomes part of your breathing, your thinking, your emotional existence. You became that for me. And maybe you always will. But despite all the sadness, there is something beautiful about loving someone this deeply. Painful, yes, but beautiful too. Because in a world where so many connections are temporary and shallow, we experienced something real. Something honest, and even if life could not protect it, even if circumstances destroyed what we had, no one can erase the fact that our hearts once found each other in this enormous lonely world. That matters to me. More than people realize. So every night, when darkness covers the sky and the world slowly falls asleep, I close my eyes with one quiet hope inside my heart, the hope that somewhere beyond reality, beyond pain, beyond distance, Abby will find you again. Maybe beside the ocean in another dream, maybe beneath stars that never fade, maybe in a peaceful place where sadness cannot reach us. And when I see you there, even for a moment, my soul becomes calm again, because no matter how far life takes us, every night, my heart still searches for you in dreams.